Welcome to our fall week of Webisodes, and we have a wonderful group of products for you and lots of great ideas. We're going to begin with some brand new cutting dies.
Right, we have a truck full of goodies and tiny little Christmas things, and we've
Tiny
made
little ones.
tiny little ones, and we've made lots of great projects with them.
Right, so come play with us. Well, here they are, the little goodies.
The little goodies and the truck full of goodies,
Yes.
truck of goodies. And we're going to be starting with the truck of goodies.
Okay, so let's do that, and it might be easier for you to see it like this way. Now, let me tell you, okay, I asked the design team to do a car because the cars that we have out of Dazzles, people have been so excited about.
Right.
And they came up with a truck. You know, that's just what happens in designing. And I have to tell you, I wasn't sure, but this went out first to the Premier Cutting Dies personal shopper. Phenomenal response.
Right,
So,
everybody loves it. And I think
yeah.
it's because of all of these little items that can go in the back of that truck. So you can change this truck to hold lots of different items, which you're going to be seeing.
Well, let's show some of those.
Okay,
And
let's do that.
because these are hot off the press, there is going to be an idea on the back.
Which you can see
and
already,
yeah,
right.
so, and there's some other things. Okay, so we'll get into the project. So here we go. Here's the first one.
Right.
And what, this is a nice kind of foretelling of what you were talking about.
Right.
That little leaf is part of the cutting dies, and you can do multiple of them. I think it's brilliant to cut it out of the hammered silver.
Hammered silver,
Yeah.
excuse me. And yeah, isn't that great? So it's like this truck with that silver, but then you've got these inlaid pieces in black cardstock. And just very quickly, I just want to pull this in and show you. There's the truck in silver. You go ahead and cut it out again in black, and you hold all of these pieces, keep all of these pieces, and you just lay them in. So wherever you're going to place your truck, then you just start gluing the pieces right within, and then you have that extra layer, which might, come on, pick up.
Would you want to just put it on top or not? You like the layering?
Well, if you put it on top of this, this is sort of comes apart.
You lose the tires, right?
You lose
Okay.
that. So just go ahead and take the pieces one at a time, which my fingers are not picking up. And so you can put that in there. And you'll see some different versions of this, but that inlay, that's the first thing I would do is just start inlaying pieces, and then you have all of those, just like you see on the front there.
And
all
notice
filled in.
on the leaves, they were done out of cardstock. It looks.
You know what? Are those suede? Some of them are suede.
Oh,
There's those suede
that's
leaves
why I
on
have
it.
suede paper
Right.
over here.
So there's suede, there's patterned paper that's been inked a little bit. I love the suede
Okay.
leaves. It's a great look.
But it looks like, as you said, they've been inked. So
They've been
that's
inked a little
big
bit.
pieces of the suede.
So perfect for that autumn look. And computer journaling done on there.
And the
so
other thing that was added, that tree comes from the Dazzles, twigs and leaves.
So perfect look to go along with that truck.
Just
And
really nice.
I can't remember the name of this paper pack, but check the gallery. And it's just, that's just a great look. So that's the simplest way to use that truck. Just pop it on there, fill those pieces in, and you have a truck full of leaves. It's
Okay,
really,
so there's the leaves.
Okay.
And is there
Did we
something
look?
on the
I
inside?
think so.
And yes, there is. Blessings to your family. Very
Couple
nice.
of extra leaves.
Very
So when you think
sweet.
about it, I love that you get the smaller die cuts because you can use them. You don't have to use the truck for everything. You can use these for accents. And that's a
so
great idea
good
too.
use. Okay, let's go to that tree. Oh, isn't this a lovely one?
That is just a beautiful look. And now this is on a new paper pack. This is the letterpress paper pack.
It is.
And you're seeing some really dark papers with the inking going on, and that dark truck with a background of metallic gold paper.
Right, and that gold paper, we've talked about this before, but I think it's just always kind of nice to see the full sheet. This is not holographic. This is really more of a luster of the gold.
Right.
And
but it does have that. It just has this extra little bit of glimmer and or shine, and it helps with, like, this is the embossing.
Right, and this is Home for the Holidays.
Right.
So you can see home is the heart of the holiday. You know, I just lied. That's not what it's from. It's from Christmas Cheer.
Christmas Cheer.
Okay, there we go. Now I'm not lying. There we go. And
Home
so
is the heart of the holiday. There it is. And so it's been embossed with super fine gold embossing powder, and then you've got that gold metallic paper, which really sets that off.
But tell me about the trees, because
Okay.
I'm seeing some shimmer there.
Right, so the trees, first of all, have been die cut from the letterpress paper pack. So there's this kind of a green tile look. There's lots of little scroll work, etc. You cut that out, and then you get out your silver pearl liquid pearls. And liquid pearls have this really fine point on there, which makes it really easy to put it right where you want it. And then you just add a little bit of snow to your tree. And I usually test it on something first, make sure you've got it going.
Yeah.
And then you can just sort of add it to the edges, a little bit on the edge.
And it kind of goes,
and
yeah,
you can
between
sorta, like that.
Right.
I do it right.
Right.
So just add a little bit, and then when
Very
that
nice.
dries, you've got some beautifully accented snowy trees.
Very pretty. And I should tell you, I think this is one of the last cards that Anne did. So as she's gone off to other employment. So beautiful look. And then on the inside, you've got a larger version of that, doing the stamping and the embossing, and more of the trees. So Christmas,
just beautiful.
A day when jingle and tinsel blend with hearts. Heart meets heart, friend meets friend.
Just
Very
beautiful.
nice.
And I
yeah.
believe that the label here and on the front, that's taken from one of our templates, so check the gallery for that
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Just a beautiful look.
Let's take another look. These, so we've got stars on that
So
cutting die.
what a range of how you can use this truck. You've got that real kind of a, you're just laughing.
Yeah.
You've got the truck that's really kind of vintage looking and
Right.
really homey, and now this is just super fun.
Wow.
Super fun.
Very fun.
And that was done with the mirrored sheets. So you can use those
Yes.
die cuts with mirrored sheets. They are self-adhesive.
Yeah, and the sheets come in a pack, and let me open the pack so
And
you
they
can see.
come in lots of different colors, like you can see. Here's the blue, the silver, there's red, there are some other colors. And this has been combined with holographic paper too. But what I love about those mirrored sheets is that they are self-adhesive, so really simple to cut out and place on. Look at all those colors.
Here's the set.
That's
and
a really fun set of colors.
those of you who know our dazzles, this is the dazzle material.
Right.
It is not cut, so you can do it yourselves. There are 10 colors. You get one of each. And we are going to be doing a webisode on these in a couple weeks.
Great.
So you'll see that. But there's your first glimpse of them out of the truck and out of the stars.
So I love the stars in the truck, on the truck, and then the silver glitter holographic.
Very good.
Used for that those extra little stars here. But I just love the accents going out the back of the truck, up on top, underneath the Celebrate, and that was done with true blue stickles. It's a really kind of a bright blue.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Anne just applied them just with kind of a hold your hand steady on the table and just sort of move it along to get a nice straight line like that, and then just have fun decorating.
Right, very fun. I also like this going at an angle.
Right.
That just seems to work really well. And on the inside, "Eat cake" is our the motto.
So both of those were stamped from the birthday greetings stamp set.
Very
So
fun. Very fun.
cute.
You want another one?
Yeah.
Here
I
is
do.
a whole scene. And I have to tell you, what I particularly love out of this is that the headlights.
The headlight.
I think that's just
the
brilliant.
light coming out of the headlight.
Yes,
This is
look
just
at that.
a triangle. You cut a little triangle from the silver fireworks holographic paper.
Isn't that brilliant?
And
Debbie
just
did that.
place that little that triangle right in the center of one of the fireworks, and you've got rays.
Yes.
It's just really great. I
Now,
love that.
we have snow
We
all
do.
all over our trees.
And that's done with diamond ice stickles. So more stickles.
That's such a favorite.
Right, and so super simple. You've got that snow down below. You've got something in the wheel well. There's snow around the wheel well and snow on the trees. I also love that she cut the fence. The fence siding on that truck, which is removable. You can do it with or without that piece. And then she did that on craft cardstock and just did a little bit of drawing with a pen, very simple to make
Just
it
wiggles.
look like wood. So a really cute look.
And I think it's very nice to use that border paper at the top. It really kind of fills that space
Sure.
without taking away from our truck that's spreading cheer.
Right.
On the inside, just adding more of those trees. So they're a nice size to stand alone. You can see that the diamond stickles are there.
All of the accents that go, the smaller cutting dies that go with this truck, they can be used on other cards in different ways. So I love that. You've got all these tiny little pieces and that nice big focal.
We have one more truck.
Okay,
and
one more. I think
this one is full of love.
Oh,
very fun.
Love. I love that. So that was computer journaled on there, and there are those hearts, and they're just spilling out of that truck.
And there's the blue ripple, which is just so special.
Right. More stickles. In this case, it was the silver stickles. So we're having fun with stickles. And this is on the homegrown paper pack.
Okay.
One of our older paper packs, but it's got a lot of great uses.
I like the ruler being the road. That's fun. And on the inside, you make me smile. That's nice. That's and so more of the hearts.
Loads of fun, loads of love.
I like them tumbling out the back. You know, there's one more, and this is just brilliant. Okay, here we go.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Nothing is in the truck.
A camouflage truck. They are going off into the woods. They're going four-wheeling, I think, and that is just gorgeous.
It is brilliant. Okay, so show us how this is happening.
Okay, well, this was done with Mega Flakes.
Okay.
And Debbie started with a piece of black cardstock, and she put the Mega Flakes on there first before she die cut it. She felt that it covered the edges better when she did it that way.
Okay.
So we start with flitter glue and a piece of cardstock that's big enough to cover that whole thing. If you want to talk a little bit about this while I'm putting that on there.
Okay, now this is Yorkshire Dales that was used on the sample. We have just been notified, actually right before taping this, that the company Indigo Blue is having some trouble getting this particular mix from their factory. So just want to have you know that so that you're not frustrated. The process you can use with any of the Mega Flakes or any of the gilding flakes. So another one might be the mulled wine. It's going to have a lot of different colors in it. So just, if you already have it, you're good.
Right.
If you need something else, you've got some substitutions.
So I've got a little bit, I'm not going to do the entire piece, just to show you what she did. She did cover this with the flitter glue, and then she placed the Mega Flakes directly onto the cardstock. And as they
That's what it does.
float away,
it flitters.
It flitters. Put a little of those on there, and then I'm going to, what I usually do is I start pressing them in place with my fingers before I start doing anything else with that scoochy sponge. And the scoochy sponge is just made perfectly to just sort of remove it really simply and keep the detail and burnish the rest in place. So just going around like so.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, and you can see that detail. And so she did that over the entire piece of black cardstock, and then she went ahead and cut it out. And you don't have to heat set this with the flitter glue.
Right.
It is ready to go just like that.
Now I will tell you, Debbie, was it Debbie? Yeah.
Yes.
Debbie die cut it, as you can see. You can also emboss it, so you can use your embossing folders at this point.
To get texture on there.
It's gorgeous.
It is. That's
just
a
gorgeous.
really cool look too.
So there we go. So there is our truck. Now this time our trees are outside the truck. They've been die cut out of the papers that coordinate with this, and you can see the dazzle. So we've got our compass up there. And let's go on an adventure. And look at this. That was also done with the Mega Flakes.
With the Mega Flakes.
Yeah,
so just
dazzle on top.
Cut it a little strip, or maybe save part of that strip after you've cut the truck out, and then back it with back some dazzles with it.
Yeah,
so,
and there you've got some more. Love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day.
Trying to remember the name of the paper pack. It's one of my favorites.
It is Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. Thank you. That's a great one. So a lot of fun, that one. So all of those different ways of using that one truck. Lots of different events you can use that for. Lots of different looks.
Well, I think we've done a great job of using every single piece of our Trucko goodies. And now we have
9 tiny Christmas things plus shadows.
Okay.
Now these are tiny. They range from 2 inches to 1 1/4 inches, and you're going to see lots of different things on here, like there is holly with berries, there's a poinsettia, there are stars, a gift, a candy cane, a stocking, an ornament, a reindeer, and another tiny little star. So altogether, tiny, 9 plus shadows, and that's a lot.
That's a lot.
There are ideas on the back, but you're going to be seeing this one in just a moment, of course.
So here's our first one.
Let's see what it looks
So
like.
probably the easiest way, if you want to use all of them, is to put them in little rectangles and put them on the front of your card or your page.
And in this case, it was done with pearl sheets, and the shadow was backed with the metallic paper.
Right, the metallic paper we just showed you. I'm sorry we don't have the pearl sheets, but these are 8x9 sheets. They are self-adhesive, and they come in a package of gold and silver.
Right.
And you can see the gold there. And we've added some of the self-adhesive
So this is
rhinestones.
really the simplest way to use it. I mean, I love that each piece is, you've got a focal here for each piece on little squares or rectangular, whatever fits that piece. And then just a little accent of those red bling on there as well.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful look. I think that possibly we've seen this card before, like in a Teresa's a week website. I'm not sure.
Oh, let me look on the back of it.
Familiar to
Why,
you?
yes, it was.
Okay. So once in a while you're going to see that, but because, you know, it's just such a great look, a great way to use that cutting die.
Okay, so now we'll move. This is the one that you mentioned is on the back of the package.
Right.
I love these pennants coming down.
do
That's
too.
such a great idea.
So another way to showcase each piece individually,
or some of them.
Right.
Yeah.
I do want to note that each one of these has a shadow, except for the reindeer. This reindeer shadow was actually cut out individually for this card, but the rest of them have the cutting die with it. So.
And you can see the thin line dazzles are used to edge each of those pennants, and I think that's quite brilliant.
That is a really great idea. I love that they're hanging down, and you've got that twine down there. There's the thin line dazzles, which we use over and over.
And then Merry Christmas, so we have our other one. And look at the pop that happens when you choose to cut them out of the holographic paper.
Right.
It's just
That's the gold glitter
gorgeous.
holographic.
Yeah, it looks like this.
beautiful.
It comes in a 12 by 12.
Right.
You also can get a self-adhesive version in the new Christmas pack of paper.
Of glitter sheets.
Right,
Wonderful.
right. So,
that's nice to know.
yeah.
So that would be perfect for this one
Wouldn't it?
In particular. You don't have to, because they're so small, you have to put glue on the back of them, or you can use that adhesive sheet.
Yeah,
And do
just
it
a
very
really
quickly.
nice option.
So
So,
fun. And this was on the red velvet paper pack.
thank you.
So
Yes.
just really cute.
Now here are some stockings that are beautifully hung with care.
And they are inlaid. And the first process that I showed you with the truck, if you cut it twice, and then you've got one that's been cut in that brown cardstock, you cut it again in the red fireworks holographic.
Here's the fireworks.
Save those pieces and just inlay them in there.
And this is really a good mention of, this is really in your face. Look at that. Okay, I may be making you dizzy, but it's very fun. But you're not going to see it in this full sheet.
Right.
You're going to see it in bits and pieces. So like the headlights on the truck.
Right. It's perfect for accents, and so you don't have to use a lot of it. It will go a long ways if you use it like that.
Well, and plus it's a specialty paper, so it retails for $1.99 a sheet. So you really want to get a lot of bang for the buck that you're spending.
A design toolkit was used with this. Check the gallery for which one, but I love the stacking of these labels. So you've got this label, and then you've got the larger label behind it. It's just a nice way to showcase something right in the center of a card.
And here's a fun idea that you can use these for gift tags, because they're small shape, small size,
Right.
and fun to just add onto a tag. You could use the tags and labels cutting, or tags and trims cutting die if you like, and just add some other pieces, but you've got a nice
but these
way
are
to
with
go.
the die, so the stars are die cut, so they're ready. You can die cut them, you can journal on them like it was done here, to and from, or if you've got, we actually have a small stamp set, I think, that has the to and from too, so you could stamp those on, and then just one each for those tags, so getting those ready for special presents.
And here's something else you can do is to use the star triple easel cards. Now you can do this with the die cut cards or with the template.
Right.
But look what happens. So here's the first one. Now can you see those reindeer?
So that's pretty spectacular. Here, I'm going to put this behind.
Okay, that's good. Very good. And we've
A
got
little
something
glitter on there.
Yeah, that doesn't get any better on the other side, but look at that. So wishing you love, and that's our first message.
And that's the first part of our story here.
Fun this season. So we've got our candy canes, we've got the stocking, and then we've got the candy canes that have been put to make a heart.
To make a heart. Isn't that great?
And look at that, how fun that is.
That's just great. With just an addition of a few little strips of acetate back here to hold those reindeers up, reindeer up.
That's so fun.
That is really fun. And that tiny little star is part of those cutting dies too. So you can cut those out of the fireworks holographic for little embellishments. Very sweet. This is a fun card to put together, that star triple easel. It's got all of the elements you need to create that, and the instructions are within there to tell you how to put it together.
Beautiful beginning.
That is wonderful.
And you could really, because it's cutting dies, you could mass produce this not too terribly.
Sure.
And of course you want to send it to people who are going to really appreciate it. But how fun
Isn't that great?
is.
There are envelopes in there with those die cut cards too.
And then of course, maybe the other thing I should show you just on the side view.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
That
so you can
is
see
quite
that.
an impact. So those are really fun. And that's done with tiny little Christmas dies. So this first day we have 9 tiny Christmas things and shadows.
And our Chuck O Goodies. Okay, so we're started for our
first
week of Webisodes.
For our new fall product.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Please join us.
Please do.